All right, let's talk about AI agents. I mean, you've probably seen that term popping up everywhere lately, right? It's the latest buzzword, for sure. But with all that hype, it feels like there's a ton of confusion about what they actually are, and more importantly, what they can do. So you might be wondering, and it's a fair question, are AI agents just a fancy new name for ChatGPT? Just a marketing spin? Well, the short answer is a big no. And the difference? It's actually pretty fundamental. Okay, this right here really breaks it down. Think about it. A chatbot is totally reactive. You give it a prompt, it spits back a response. That's its job. But an AI agent, that's proactive. You don't just give it a prompt, you give it a goal. And then it goes off and takes its own actions to get it done. It's kind of like the difference between a research assistant who just finds info you ask for and a project manager who actually runs the project. This table helps clear things up even more. So look at ChatGPT. It's not an agent. Why? Because it can't do anything by itself. But then you have something like Siri, and yep, that's an agent. When you say, hey, set a reminder, it actually goes and does something in your calendar app. That's the key. And what about LLMs, the large language models? Well, think of them as the brain, the powerful reasoning engine inside the agent, but they're not the whole agent. All right, so if an agent isn't just a fancy chatbot, what's it actually made of? Let's pop the hood and see what gives it these superpowers. Fundamentally, an AI agent is what you'd call an orchestration system. It's not just one single piece of tech. It's more like a team of three things working together. You've got a model for the thinking part, a memory system so it knows what's going on, and, this is huge, a set of tools so it can actually interact with the world. Let's break that down even simpler. There are really three core things that make an agent an agent. First, reasoning. It can look at a goal and actually figure out a plan to get there. Second, and this is the game changer, tool access. It can do things like send an email or query a database. And third, memory. It remembers what happened before so it learns and gets better, just like a real teammate. So how does this all come together? Well, a lot of agents work in this cycle called the React framework. It's pretty intuitive. First, it reasons or thinks. Then it acts using one of its tools. Finally, it observes the result of that action, and that observation feeds right back into the next round of thinking. It's this constant loop. Think, do, observe, learn. And when you apply this in the real world, you get something called an agentic workflow. This is the magic formula, really. It's not just rigid, dumb automation, but it's not total AI chaos either. It's the perfect sweet spot where the agent can make its own smart decisions, but it does so inside a framework that you define. So you get the best of both worlds, flexibility and control. All right, enough with the theory, right? Let's talk about how this actually looks in the real world. I want you to start thinking of these agents as your new automated teammates. Seriously, they're ready to clock in and do some real work. And this isn't some far-off future stuff. They're already here, doing incredible things. In cybersecurity, you've got agents that automatically investigate security alerts. For developers, imagine chatting with the latest API docs instead of digging through them. They can pull data from Airtable with just a simple question in plain English. Or even crazier, they can take raw data from a database and just visualize it for you, automatically. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Letting an AI just take action on its own? That sounds a little scary, doesn't it? And you're right. That's exactly why the human-in-the-loop concept is so incredibly important. It's basically a safety switch that makes sure a person gives the final go-ahead before anything major happens. Let's walk through a super simple example. Say you've got an agent whose job is to chase down overdue invoices. So step one, it drafts a payment reminder email. But it doesn't just fire it off. This is the crucial part. Step two, it sends that draft to you for review. Maybe in a chat app like Discord or Slack, you get to check it, make sure the tone is right, and then you just give it a thumbs up. And only then, once it has your approval, step three, the agent actually sends the email. See, you get all the speed of automation, but with the control and safety of a human making the final call. So, the tech is here, it's real, and it is seriously powerful. Which brings us to, honestly, the most important part of this whole discussion. How do we build this stuff responsibly? You know the old saying, with great power comes great responsibility? It might sound cliche, but it has never been more true than right now. When you're building autonomous systems, ethics can't be an afterthought. It has to be baked in from the very beginning if we want this technology to be safe and actually work for everyone. So what does building responsibly actually mean in practice? Well, it comes down to a few key principles. We need to know who's accountable when an agent messes up. We need transparency so we can understand why it made a certain decision instead of just dealing with a mysterious black box. And of course, we've got to protect user privacy and make sure these tools are inclusive and don't leave anyone behind. And these aren't just abstract ideas. They boil down to some really simple but critical questions we have to ask. Like, is it fair? Is it going to be biased? Is it accountable? Do we know who's on the hook if something goes wrong? Is it transparent? Can we peek inside and see how it's making its choices? And is it secure? Can we trust it with our sensitive information? These aren't nice-to-haves. They're absolute must-haves. And believe me, this isn't some 10-year-out prediction. This is happening fast. This quote really hits the nail on the head. Simple, old-school automation is on its way out. Pretty soon, you're going to see these agentic features baked into all the big software tools you use every single day. So yeah, this isn't sci-fi. AI agents are here. They're moving out of the hype cycle and into the real world as actual helpers. Which leaves just one question for you to think about. When your first digital teammate clocks in, what's its first assignment going to be?
Yeah, I've been up in this crisis, sun went down. Stack overflow, but ain't no slowing down. Red lights flicker, heartbeat with the sound. Errors on the screen, but don't even frown. Every lesson, every